Yes, we can start. Welcome to our new episode. So immediately I am inviting my co-host Arne Krueger. Now he's here now.
Hello,
Hi,
everybody. Happy to be here again. Welcome to all our viewers. Shortly before
before the
Easter.
Easter.
Yes.
Before the Easter, yes. And the weather is getting better. And on this Saturday it will be 23 degrees, Arne. What a great weather.
Very happy. Finally,
So,
it was a long
finally.
Yeah.
Exactly. After January and February, we waited this sunshine. Oh my God, what a great flowers. I'm not in the office today. Sorry for
Spring
that.
flowers already.
Spring flowers. I'm not in the office today. I'm just connecting from my home. Today I had to work at home. Sorry not to see you.
Doesn't matter.
All right. To be quick, we have chosen 3 different topics. Me and Arne, as always, as our concept is choosing 3 patent topics from the previous weeks. And as we do that, Arne will start to share his insights about 3 topics selected by him. So, Arne.
Thank you very much. My dear
Yes.
Mustafa, I prepared this morning, so you didn't had a chance to check them out. Thank you for preparing the links and watching the chats. So if whenever you have comments or questions, dear audience, you can always chat us up in YouTube. And Mustafa will keep an eye, and I try to keep an eye if he's talking right now. So that's a little bit as housekeeping in the beginning. I started with my first link was the report of the IP Awareness Day. As you may remember, 2-3 weeks ago, we were already announcing the IP Awareness Day. We shared the link of the program. It was a great day 2 weeks ago in Hamburg. Tuesday, president of the German Patent Office was there. And Siemens Energy, a board member, and the head of IP from Siemens was there. And somewhere I was thinking I share with you the official post of the German Patent Office, where they were talking about the people who were speaking and a little bit about the program. I was able to moderate one panel, the second one. Thank you to my panelists. Maybe they listen. From Jung Heinrich, the head of IP, was there. It's a forklift producer from Germany with like 20,000 people. And Ingredient, the head of IP of the Europe IP, was here. Ingredient is a food ingredient processor, extremely big as well, 8 billion euros revenue. And patent lawyer was on my panel. So this was a quite nice discussion panel that I did. But most impressed I was by the presentations of the Siemens Energy guys. There are no really information in this, but whenever you have a chance to check out their website and check out their numbers and their initiatives, I strongly recommend that. Siemens Energy, the board member, was talking about IP. Maybe you don't know Siemens Energy. They have around 100,000 employees worldwide. They are operating a lot of power plants in the world. In more than, I think, 90 countries they are present. And they invest around about 1 billion euros per year in research and development. So they use heavily new technologies and patent them. For them, IP is really an important part of their business strategy. And they are supporting IP awareness a lot in their efforts. And that's why they were talking at the IP Awareness Day of the Chamber of Commerce in Hamburg. They want to exploit, of course, their assets. Yeah, they want to defend against third-party IP risks. They want to help to build a strong ecosystem. I just cite their slides, and they want to, of course, ensure strategic counseling. Yeah, so they create really a huge ecosystem around IP, and I liked their efforts very much. Yeah, they are building their own startups, supporting them with IP rights. If you are applying for their startup programs, you can use their IP rights for free. You get license agreements from Siemens Energy Patents to start a startup. You get funding. They don't do this very often and very strategic, only very few funding, and they have their own venture capital arm. So they are also investing in other startups. You might not know this, but now you know, yeah, that on these IP awareness days that hopefully will be held more often now, you will find such companies and you learn about their IP activities, IP related activities, how they promote IP, how they handle IP, and how they support startups, small, medium companies, entrepreneurs around the world to work with them and their big, heavy industry mission, to help to transform our society to a carbon neutral society in the next couple of years, because that's the heaviest task right now. They have a lot of gas power plants, and they invest their research in to make it hydro energy ready. That's the most what they want to do. They invest heavily in battery technologies. So batteries and hydro energy transformation, that's their biggest task. Yeah, so this was quite impressive. This was the first link, IP Awareness Day. And PITSNet annual conference, of course. PITSNet, you know, it's the network of patent libraries. Mustafa, you know very well. We are, like, for small, medium companies, entrepreneurs in the regions, on the universities, on the Chamber of Commerce, responsible for raising IP awareness. Yeah, it's a very important mission. It was blended together. A lot of PATLib members were on the IP Awareness Day, mingling with the industry and the patent lawyers. So quite a nice event. I was a little bit long.
I missed it. I missed it.
No, not too long.
No. Not too long. So
you missed it. Yes. Next year we will try to do it in Chemnitz. Hopefully we will also be able to make an IP Awareness Day there. And there are, of course, a lot of other activities. Next is the World Day of Intellectual Property. That's held in, I think, 26th of April. There will be a lot of events around that date, to raise IP awareness. So my next link is also a hint from last week. It's the program and the slides and the YouTubes of the DPMA Nutzerforum. It's a user conference of the German Patent Office. You need to use Google Translate, guys. Yeah, my English-speaking friends in the audience, don't be so angry with me, but
including me.
Google Translate is easy, guys, and you have a good quality thanks to artificial intelligence now. So it's not too hard to translate this stuff for you. It was held last week. It's very documented. Shout out to Anne Fröhlich. She is responsible for organizing this conference in the German Patent Office, and her team and everybody who helped. And of course, shout out to all the speakers there. Very interesting event this year, very well streamed into YouTube. So whenever you are interested, German Patent Office is streaming these speeches into YouTube, so you can rewatch them, which is quite a nice thing to do. I know for many, many years, German Patent Office was behind, didn't use social media, and since 2 years, they're investing heavy in a social media team, small team. Sabine Ginster, shout out to you if you listen. Thank you very much for also supporting the IP Awareness Day and for streaming and publishing all this content on LinkedIn, on YouTube from the German Patent Office user forum. This year, of course, the annual statistics that we also talked last week were there. The president of the German Patent Office raised awareness of battery technologies and artificial intelligence, Gen AI. There was a special speech about the patent information tasks. paragraph 26a is the keyword there. The German Patent Office is now officially allowed to inform public, especially small, medium companies, about patent information. It's now part of the law that constitutes the German Patent Office. This is new since 2 years, and Roger Hildebrand was explaining his efforts to raise awareness of IP in Germany and keep contact to the European Commission, to the OIPO, to WIPO, and to all the PATLIBs in Europe officially as a task by law. This is very important for the German office because they can only act according to law. And they got this law extension to inform the public and especially small, medium companies. So that was important, and you have to watch it if you are interested in the German patent scene. Please watch this user forum information. It's a comprehensive summary of all activities of the German Patent Office. There are also YouTube, LinkedIn lawyer Renate Weiss was there, who wrote a book about only 5% or only 6%, I think, to raise the participant of female inventors in the system, because we are still very, very low in applications from women, and we need to raise this awareness. This was also part of the forum. I was really happy to see her there on stage and promoting in a great way. We have to get her, by the way, to the Stammtisch, to our Stammtisch, Mustafa. We have to invite her next time. Yeah, Renate Weise, she is a patent lawyer here in Berlin, and we have to get her to the bar Freundschaft next time. I tell you. Yeah.
Okay, we will do that.
we have to do that. Yeah, it's
Exactly.
she would be a very valuable add-on to our small community we created in the past year, Mustafa. Yeah, and the last link, time is almost up for me, is just a small hint of an interesting, again, German article. I stick to German this time. Brain drain is reversing. India is pulling back all the expats because they have an interesting development. They improved their local conditions so much that a lot of the Indians who went expats, worked abroad, learned and supported us. The Microsoft CEO is Indian, Google CEO is Indian. So, you know, a lot of Indian people were working abroad, and now the effect is reversing. So it is quite interesting to see that in India, the conditions are now so much better that media is taking up and sees a lot of movement back to India or a lot of investments in India. So it's not that they are just doing remote offshore development there. Big tech is investing heavily in India, and they realize that the brightest people want to stay now in India. So very interesting, also because of Corona, I think. That everybody realizes now that you can work remotely and you don't have to relocate the people anymore. Yeah, it's interesting, even because you relocated, Mustafa, to Germany, also for working conditions, not only for political reasons, but also to expand yourself here into Europe. So that's why I was choosing this article, also because I'm working at MTC a lot with Indian companies. We had a lot of fun on the birthday Saturday, Mustafa, where we were talking to a Capgemini consultant, an Indian-based one. We had a lot of fun with him, talking also about migration, work migration, brain drain of his society and of our societies. So very interesting. So that were my 3 inputs for this week, for the Easter week. Nothing Easterish. I'm sorry, guys. But the beginning of this week was the Holi festival in India, the festival of color and spring. So imagine some colors. And of course, I wish you happy Easter. Now to you, Mustafa.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much, Arne. So I also picked 3 topics. Thank you. So our audience can find the related links on the chat. I already posted 3 topics from Arne, so you can get into the details if you are curious about that. So my first topic is about, of course, from European Patent Office, because they have already announced the Patent Index 2023, which I was looking forward to see that. And we are lucky that the numbers, which means that the European patent applications in 2023 is increasing with 2.9% in comparison with the last year. So it is the good thing. And you also mentioned that the portion of the women inventors in the German patent applications, despite that in the European patent application, the portion of the women inventors are increasing.
Super.
So
Good
now
news.
it already increased 23% in comparison with the last year. It's a very good statistics in terms of the diversity in the patent applications. And as obvious, China and Korea are leading the European patent applications last year.
Yeah.
And some of the significant fields, maybe we can mention that digital technologies, including the batteries and the artificial intelligence related patent applications are increasing. It's also obvious.
Yeah, super.
Yeah.
Did they mention anything about quality? Because I'm always provoking my patent office guys because there are a lot of rumors that the quality was going down a little bit. So the examiners in the European Patent Office are under very much pressure. And whenever I talk on stage about this, of course, nobody likes it. Yeah, because it's somehow you don't say it publicly, in the scene. So, what is your opinion?
In terms of this topic, European Patent Office has also published a new dashboard showing the quality metrics, some KPIs. But of course, the quality chapter members are not satisfied for this. The Siemens is leading this group. I'm really curious about for the next steps. We'll see. But the EPO has published some KPIs about the quality. So maybe
they respond to the feedback from the public.
Exactly. They responded.
Very good thing to hear. Yeah, wonderful.
So I can also share the first topic link here on chat. And what can I say? Also that the granted patent applications are increasing, and electrical machinery and the energy applications are really growth in comparison with the last year. So the Huawei, Samsung, and LG are leading the top 10 European patent leaders last year, as always. So they are always leading. But the one statistics from the report, maybe the audience didn't catch that. European Patent Office has also released some of the numbers about the patent applications per 1 million inhabitants. So in terms of, it's a comparison with the population of the countries and the number of the patent applications each year. So if you compare this ratio, the Switzerland is leading in the list. Switzerland, Sweden, Denmark, Finland, Netherlands, and Germany is coming after Netherlands. So Turkey is not in the list.
We have too many people.
So
I know in the German statistics, it's the same. We compare the federal states for that. For instance, Hamburg is leading in trademarks in, I think, 120 trademarks per 100,000 inhabitants. And that's always, they use this number because in patents they are behind after Baden-Württemberg and Bavaria. So we do this little competition as well in between the federal states. Yeah, super.
So I have to hurry up. So we have already 20 minutes. So my second topic is about the IP matters in the technology transfer ecosystem. So Autumn and the WIPO has organized a summit in Chile. And they already published a report as a result of this summit, including so many insights from different experts. So 5 years ago, I was also invited to this summit, which is organized in Bangkok, in Thailand. So this is very, very effective as a thought leader in the technology transfer office, technology transfer ecosystem. So they discussed that the use of AIs in different part of technology transfer process, including the invention disclosure assessments, so on. So this is the one of the topic that they discussed. So also they are discussing the standardization of the guidelines in terms of the spin-off terms. So the different universities are implementing different terms in terms of the IP management, licensing deals, equity sharing deals. So there is a really, really important need to make it as a standard, a global standard. I'm not sure how can it be possible, but United Kingdom is also published a kind of guideline about this issue. And also they are talking about the diversity, equity, inclusion, and access in the technology transfer ecosystem. So they are discussing about how can we take some measurements, or how can we ensure that we have enough diversity, equity, and inclusion in the technology transfer office ecosystem. So they also released some of the important metrics from different countries, but I couldn't see the Germany. Turkey is there, but I couldn't see the Germany. I guess maybe some of the experts are missing as invited to this summit. So quickly, my last topic about litigation, of course. My favorite company, Nokia, they have already announced more than 7 licensing agreement in the last 5 months. So recently Nokia announced that they initiated a legal action against Verifone. So the Verifone company is producing POS machines, points of sales, payment devices, and Nokia says that you cannot commercialize these devices without using our connectivity technologies, which are protected with strong patent applications. So Nokia always says that the legal action is the last option in our strategy. But I understand that Verifone company has not trying to sit on the table in terms of the negotiations. That's why Nokia sent to take the action in the lawsuits in the court. But there is a really good statistics before closing the topic. Nokia says that they have already signed more than 250 licensing agreements, and the only 3% of these licensing agreements coming from the lawsuits actions. So Nokia says that the legal action is the last option, but we will see the results. I am really curious that Verifone will sign a licensing agreement or not. We'll see. So this is my
enforcement
last
is
topic.
an important part of IP. I have been made aware of this as well. The European Union, the Commission, or IPO, I don't know, they even created a new fund to support small, medium companies with enforcement efforts and enforcement consulting, because I also heard this number on stage on the IP Awareness Day, I think, or the DPMA Nutzerforum. I'm mixing this up. That most of the patent owners, they are not aware that their patents are important, that they are getting read, that people adapt their strategies, that people are aware of patents, and enforcement is a very important part, and sometimes we forget this. We talk about the quality and the applying for a patent, for doing the invention, for protection your rights, but protecting your rights is one thing. You have also to be able to enforce it, because this is a right of you, and there has to be a very effective court system, which is not delaying processes, and it's not promoting only the big guys, that gives also small, medium companies access to the support system. Yeah. So maybe you can look the next time for a case where a small company again wins. I remember, and we have to promote and I think support small medium companies here as well, so that it's really rewarding to deal with IP rights. Because the court system is effective. I don't know about Turkey, if it's there effective, the court system to help small, medium companies enforce their rights. Yeah,
It's effective, but takes long time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
That's
enforcing
why,
is very nice.
yeah, exactly. That's why the companies are getting these legal actions in Germany, in United States, which they are really, really, believe the legal system. And I always say that the patents have no financial value until you take action. So you said that enforcement is the key. So enforcement is the part of the taking the actions. So if you have a powerful the patents, if you see the infringer, so you have to take the actions. So otherwise, you cannot get a return of investment from your patents. So time is up, Arne. Thank you so much. It was lovely. I was hurry. So I hope to see you in the next episode, dear our audience. So stay informed, stay ahead, and happy Easter. Ciao.